Hello everyone, I'm Bill Hammond and I actually paid to see this. Halloween is such a fun time of the year. We get a good scare, there's candy, and every once in a while, we get to show off our more mischievous and sexy sides. But it's not always a good time, especially for those people that you know make a point of showing up at your door without putting in any effort, and then they usually egg your house. So for this edition of the worst trailer in the world, we'll focus on the cinematic equivalent of one of those, where once again, a studio puts an unconvincing mask on something completely lazy and expects to be rewarded for it. This is Venom: The Last Dance, a title I hope is legally binding.
I have a really dark and unpredictable side to me.
Like, can you believe I seriously agreed to do Legend and this means war?
Stop speaking. I'm giving you a chance, sweetie. Say what?
Yeah, hi, this is the makeup department. Exactly which page of the generic tattoo artist design book did you want to use for this guy's face? Oh, all of them! Got it, thanks.
When?
Ah yes, this is the little-known move that we call what Charlie Brown should have done to Lucy the first time she pulled the football back. Man, it really was considerate of those guys' guns to fire in slow motion to accommodate the transformation, huh? I mean, normally, as soon as they fire, Tom Hardy's dead. But these gangsters, they like a fair fight when they shoot someone.
What are you? We are. We're Venom! We are. Venom!
You know, as much as these movies have sucked copious amounts of ass, the odd little buddy comedy between Brock and Venom has always been fun. It has nothing to do with anything involving the characters from the source material, but it's still fun. And it's literally the series' only saving grace, so take what you can get.
Delicious! You take me to all the finest places!
Not to beat a dead gang of thugs here, but what exactly was the point of whooping their asses and then doing that cool/funny character reveal if you were just gonna bite their heads off PG-13 style anyway? They don't learn any lesson because they're dead, and the audience already knows who Venom is, so why are we bothering with this? Who is this for? You invoke David Bowie for a terrible franchise sequel? How dare you, movie? The Thin White Duke had more creativity in his pinky finger than anything Sony has ever put into these flicks. Don't you dare insult his memory. At least he would have made Carnage not look like a complete and total clown.
We always knew it was impossible, that we were alone in the universe, and it's our job to make sure that remains a secret.
Because... why exactly?
We are fugitives. On the run, in the shit.
You've literally murdered dozens of people. I mean, I get it, they're a-holes, criminals, supervillains, what have you, and you feel like it's your duty to take them out in order to save others. That's all well and good, but that being said...
Cool motive, still murder.
This is your captain speaking. If you look out to your left, you'll see a beautiful view of the Grand Canyon.
Has any pilot actually made an announcement like that in the last 30 years? Seriously, the only announcements they make these days are for takeoff, landing, turbulence, and whatever rapacious credit card the airline wants you to sign up for. I literally haven't heard any captain say, hey, look to your left since I was like a kid. The hell? Alright, setting aside the fact that Eddie should have died about 4,000 times in this scene alone, and the fact that the VFX crew apparently has no sense of scale when it comes to this monster's size, you know what the weirdest part about this scene is? Hearing Venom an alien symbiote say Jesus Christ. Of all of the expletives, of all the exclamations, that's what he goes with? Huh.
You're not going to like this.
No.
Oh, so now he can turn into a parachute. We just don't give a crap about anything making sense anymore, huh? What's next? He's gonna turn into a toy train, a microwave, a condom. Oh, I can see it now. Venom's covered in black slime for her pleasure. Give me a break.
My owner has found us.
Who sent that thing?
My creator.
You mean Todd McFarlane? Doesn't he have an image to maintain?
The symbiotes didn't come here by accident.
You see, Sony really needs to pad out the calendar until the next Spider-Verse movie comes out, so this was the best they could come up with.
They were running.
From what?
But then a lot of nice things turn bad out there.
Well, judging by the goop-filled caverns teeming with monsters, I'm gonna say Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina.
What's his name then?
No! No!
What, is he Voldemort? Can we please get rid of this whole don't say his name trope already? This is a comic book movie, not Rumpelstiltskin. Honestly, what's the worst that can happen? You know, other than a Madam Web sequel.
Hey, man.
Whoa!
So it's come to this. A man in a tuxedo pissing on Tom Hardy's feet. I'm sure someone's fetish has finally been satisfied, but for the rest of us, why?
Why do you keep knocking people out? What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry!
Funny bit, I guess, but wouldn't that guy's suit be all scuffed up from skidding on pavement for 20 feet? Also, where did Eddie go to get changed? Did he just drop trow right in front of the casino? Did he take the phrase Vegas Strip literally? I'm scared.
Baby, it's a while.
We've come a long way.
Now you're using Cat Stevens. Do the people who make these previews know anything about music at all? This is a song about a man seeing his lover for the last time. So are we implying that Eddie and Venom are banging? I mean, I know Venom is inside him, but I didn't think you literally meant inside him. What in the actual retail
There comes a time in every man's life where you have to make a sacrifice.
And as usual, the sacrifice appears to have been plot, character, and believable CGI.
How fast do you think you can get that thing to go without killing it?
Only one way to find out.
A Venom horse. That's your big innovation. So we're just ripping off Rick and Morty now.
We're not looking for judgment, just a yes or no. Can you assimilate a giraffe?
How is this any better than Emo Peter again? You know it's bad when you're stealing your naming conventions from friggin' Magic Mike. And at least they use the correct song in their trailer.
This is all the money that we have.
What is this feeling? It's like...
This feeling?
It's like all of my problems have gone away! Eddie, I need more money.
Ah ha ha, gambling addiction is hilarious. And there it is, the worst trailer in the world for this month. Look, I'm not against fun, even dumb fun. We've been over this before. And I've seen brief glimpses from this series that scratches the surface of something entertaining, but the biggest problem is that these movies could never pick a damn lane, making it so the few moments of levity and silly violence we get are neutered for the sake of a PG-13 rating, and the stakes never feel real because they're weighed down by tons of bullshit that make no sense. This results in 2 movies so far that critics hated and audiences merely tolerated, not to mention a pointless cameo in No Way Home. And now we have this. After we already had Madam Web as one of the worst movies of the year, and based on early looks, you should not be surprised if Kraven the Hunter doesn't end up in this same spot 2 months from now. In truly baffling fashion, Sony continues to churn out this garbage just to try to keep drawing blood from a stone, even though they haven't put out an ounce of quality with the Spider-Man IP in nearly 20 years outside of the Spider-Verse films. They advertise this picture as being only in movie theaters, but that's because they're the only major studio without their own proprietary streaming service. Everyone else has at least one, and that's where they put their god-awful projects like this. It's ironic that Sony frames this film as a parting of the ways, a long-awaited farewell, when they still won't release the license back to Marvel, who've proven far more capable of handling it. And this is coming from a guy who really hates the MCU right now. I still trust them with this IP 10 times out of 10 over what Sony's put out over the last 2 decades, including this sludge. That's all for this month, folks. Keep it locked on the blog, actuallypaid.com, for reviews and even more features. Please consider liking and subscribing if you made it this far and don't want to bite my head off, figuratively or literally. And as always, if you have any suggestions for a future preview to get the worst trailer treatment, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, everyone, I'm Bill Hammond. I actually paid to see this. I mean, I get it. They're a-holes, criminals, supervillains, etc. And that's my response to that. Todd McFarlane? Doesn't he have an image to maintain? Why did I get all high-pitched voice like that? Let's see how long I can stretch this one out. That hurt.
This is the BTRP Media Network.